You know, when we think about who runs the world, our minds usually jump to the biggest companies. But what if I told you the real power lies with a single algorithm that's secretly managing all of them?
Just think about that for a second. Imagine a machine that has that much financial power and that much foresight. It honestly sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It's very, very real.
Let's just take a moment to look at that number. $10 trillion. That is an almost incomprehensible amount of money, more than the entire economies of most continents, all being guided by one system. And that really is the $10 trillion question, isn't it? What is this financial superbrain, and who exactly is holding the keys? To get that answer, we need to pull back the curtain on one of the most powerful and yet surprisingly unknown companies on the entire planet. The name you're looking for is BlackRock. Now, you might have heard of them, but very few people really get just how big they are. They're the biggest asset manager in the world, a true titan of finance. And their reach is just staggering. From the tech in your pocket to the food on your table to the media you consume, BlackRock is almost certainly a major shareholder. Their influence is literally woven into the fabric of our daily lives. But here's the real twist in the story. As huge as their financial power is, their greatest strength, their real secret weapon, it isn't the money itself. It's the technology they use to decide where that money goes. So let's finally meet the AI at the very heart of this global financial empire. Its name is Aladdin. Okay, so Aladdin stands for Asset Liability and Debt and Derivative Investment Network. It's a bit of a mouthful, right? But what it really is a gigantic, interconnected system that basically acts as the central nervous system for global finance. And get this, it's not just used by BlackRock, but by its competitors, by national banks, and even by governments. And this right here gets to the core of its power. See, it's not really about the money, it's about the information. Aladdin processes market data, geopolitical news, and millions of other bits of information faster than any team of humans could ever dream of. So how does it actually do what it does? This is where things get really fascinating. Aladdin doesn't just analyze what's happening right now, it actively builds models of the future. I know, it sounds impossible, right? How can one system possibly predict what's coming next in a world as complex and chaotic as the global economy? Well, the process is kind of surprisingly straightforward, at least in concept. First, it just drinks from a fire hose of global data, constantly. Then, and this is the magic trick, it runs millions of simulations. It's always asking, what if? What if a major pipeline bursts over here? What if a central bank suddenly raises interest rates over there? It stress tests every single asset against every risk you can imagine. And from all that chaos, it pinpoints the most likely path forward. Just really think about that for a second. It's not looking at one future, but millions of possible futures, calculated and analyzed every single day. We're talking about a level of predictive power that is just on a completely different level. So you see, Aladdin isn't just reacting to what the market is doing today. It's like a cartographer of tomorrow, mapping out the entire economic world to find the safest and most profitable journey through it. All of this leads us to a really powerful and maybe even a little bit unsettling idea about the difference between how we experience the world and how this system does. As people, we live in the present, right? We react to the news as it happens, and we make decisions based on the information we have in front of us at that moment. We spend so much of our time trying to guess what's going to happen next. We speculate, we hope, we wait. And that's the punchline. While we're all waiting for the future to arrive, Aladdin isn't. It's already run the simulations. It's already made its move. In a very real way, it has already bought the most probable version of tomorrow. And that leaves us with one final, pretty heavy question to think about. In a world that is increasingly managed by these kinds of algorithms, what does that make us? Are we still active participants in the game, or have we just become data points in its simulation?
If you're interested in science, subscribe now to be part of this family and be the first to know about exclusive tips.